Hey team, it's your team leader, Jay Pete, and I'm here with Abel. Abel's one of our ALC members and a real, I will say, progressive real estate professional.
Thank you.
Yeah. Abel, how long have you been in the business?
I'm going on 2 years at this point. Yeah.
2 years.
So since the end of 2018.
So if you don't know, one of the qualifications to be an associate leadership council member, an ALC member, is you have to be within the company's top 20% in production. That's not the only criteria, but that's one of the criteria. And so you're in the top 20% of the company's production. You've been licensed for 2 years.
Yeah.
That's pretty impressive.
Thank you.
So,
appreciate it.
Yeah, well, it's hard work, right? One of my favorite statements are, Abel's so lucky he's got this foresight in these calls. And I love the definition of luck. If you don't know the definition of luck, it's where preparation and opportunity intersect. You get that? Preparation and opportunity. Mm-hmm. So any of the opportunities that have befallen you are only there and available to you because of the preparation that you put in. So that's great.
Thank you.
It's so Abel was our rookie of the year last year, and just today was the regional awards ceremony. Regionally, you got, what award did you receive regionally?
The rookie of the year as well.
So our region starts in Paso and it goes all the way down past Beverly Hills. That's a huge region, and there's a lot of agents. And Abel was our rookie of the year for the region. So congratulations, man. That was awesome.
I appreciate it.
Abel, tell us a little bit about your backstory. Where are you from? What brought you to real estate? Tell us about you.
Yeah, so I grew up in the Central Valley, a smaller town called Porterville, California.
Wow, I didn't know that. Porterville?
Porterville.
Wow, no wonder you moved.
On the gateway to Sequoias.
Sure, it's actually kind of some gorgeous territory up there once you get past the hills, yeah.
So I grew up just doing wrestling most of my life. And instilled the discipline within me. Ended up getting a wrestling scholarship to Cal Poly out here in San Luis Obispo.
Wow.
As well as an academic scholarship through Bill and Melinda Gates.
Holy smokes.
So I ended up picking the academic one, right, and saying I want to focus on that, which freed up a lot of my time, and ended up getting my degree in business.
Okay.
And I picked up some part-time sales jobs along the way.
All right.
That's where I kind of learned, hey, I have a knack for sales and talking to people and communication. And then I remember meeting up with you in this room.
Yeah, San Luis office.
San Luis office, right before I was about to graduate, and I was, kind of going over what I wanted to do with my life, and maybe thinking about moving up to the Bay Area. And I remember you just.
I remember that conversation.
You sold me on staying here,
because it's such a beautiful place, right?
So then, the last year and a half I've been here with Keller Williams, and just every single day. Getting after it. It's been awesome.
Getting after it. I mean, every time, if you're ever in the San Luis office, you know where Abel's office is because you can hear him pounding the phones and making things happen.
Yeah.
It's pretty, wow, I didn't, so you've got that sports, this is really a dynamic transition because, a lot of athletes do really well. A lot of professional athletes are team leaders that retired, that do really well because they've got the disciplines necessary to do the tasks that most people don't want to do. What's really interesting, wrestling is a very solitary sport. Like it's just you and one other human. And so having that level of dedication, then being on an ALC where you're participating in a much broader circle and being, kind of a guidepost for some of the newer agents. If I were a brand new licensee, so if you're a newer licensee or you haven't really gotten your stride, reach out to an ALC member like Abel to see what he's doing or what he's done to earn Rookie of the Year at our local market area and at the region and be in the top 20% of agents in production. So that's pretty awesome stuff.
Yeah, it feels good. I mean, I remember I didn't close my first transaction until April. Started in January.
Wow.
I didn't get paid until April. So all of that time I was like, man, am I in the right business?
Did I make the right choice, right?
But it ended up, paying off. Just the discipline and the consistency and just not, straying off when times got tough. So to any new agents out there, I would give you the same advice that it might take you 4 months to start to see success, but as soon as you see it, you'll get a lot of momentum.
It'll compound. We know that our activities produce results. We as a standard we say 90 days from now.
Mm-hmm.
So 4 months is 120. When you're first licensed, it takes a little bit longer to get things up and going. You've got to get the dialogue down. You got to understand your contracts. You got to know how to find people that are going to be motivated to buy or sell. So there is a bit of a learning curve. If you're newly licensed and you haven't plugged into Ignite, that's a great place to start. Talking to senior agents or seasoned agents that have been doing production for a while is another great place to go. And that's one of the great things about Keller Williams. As a sharing company, we're open to share. There's certain dedicated times I'm sure that you have for lead generation and working on your business. But if anybody wanted to reach out to you, could they reach out to you and ask a question?
Yeah, absolutely.
Take him to a cup of coffee. See what it took to get him where he's at. And what's one of the great things about Keller, right? Is
the culture is
culture's key.
Yeah.
Without without culture, what are you? But just a machine going forward. And though some activities seem very machine-like, the reality is we're all in here. We've all got a goal of wanting to help buyers and sellers accomplish their goal. And as long as we're focused on that, guess what? We accomplish ours.
Absolutely.
So what's
next?
next?
Enough people get what they want, and you get what you want, right?
Zig Ziglar, right? That's a great one. I love that. So we've talked in the not too distant past, just days ago, about the transformation or what you're growing into. Tell us about what's happening with your business.
Yeah. So started a real estate team, the Invest Slow Real Estate Group, right? So it's not just specifically investors, but we believe that buying a home is going to be probably the biggest investment that you'll ever make, and
for 99% of people on this earth, yeah.
It goes to show too with homeowners versus renters, the net worth there too, right?
Definitely.
And then if you're selling a home, it's going to be the sale of one of your biggest investments.
Sure.
You want to treat it as such. And we also do specialize in working with residential real estate investors, doing flips, doing long term, things like that.
That's cool.
So I just brought on a buyer's agent, Jordan Jackson. He's very aggressive and tenacious. He reminds me a lot of myself when I first got started.
He reminds me too much of myself when I was a kid. Right? But he's got some moxie. He's got some real good intention. But there's also a level of humility about him, which is I really enjoy.
Yeah. He's just here to learn. Takes advice.
Yeah.
And puts it in action.
So you've got an admin person.
So my mom.
Got it.
Nicole Contreras. She's been licensed. I think she was originally licensed in 1993 with Remax back in the day.
Wow, that's 93. Yeah, that's licensed a while.
Yeah, well, she hasn't been active the whole time, but she's back in it now, and she's really she does awesome with my clients and taking care of them, and some of the admin stuff that I'm not as good at.
Sure.
Right, organization. Sure. And she's awesome for helping me show property too if I can't make it. So
very cool. So you're doing it right. You got the admin first, and now we're talking to Jordan about him coming on and helping you with the buyers. And he is dedicated to scripts. I hear him on the phone in the mornings. And I found out he was calling a family member and role playing with them, and calling and getting beat up. Like, I want you to be tough on me. Don't be easy on me. It was kind of fun. We did that in the beginning when you first started. It was fun.
Absolutely.
Yeah. But okay. That being said, so I heard you give some guidance to people that are just getting licensed. It might take a while. If it takes 4 months, don't get discouraged. Stick with it. For those that are in that middle stride, once you start getting deals closed, that's when the balls start getting thrown in the air. What would your guidance be to somebody who's starting to find some success, closing some deals? What would you say the next step is to stick with it, do your tasks? Once deals start coming in, what would you suggest for somebody in that space?
I think it gets easy and to lose focus on what got you there. Okay, right, I got all these deals.
Sure.
I'm going to work on my clients, maybe relax a little bit from the lead generation or the prospecting.
Get out of those revenue generating activities because you're trying to maintain activities.
Exactly.
And that's where Nicole steps in, right? She's doing all of the things that maintain the business that you've done while you go back to creating revenue for the company.
Yeah, and keeping the customer service up.
Sure.
On her end. It gets really easy to forget what got you there in the first place.
Sure.
And if you were making those, the calls that you didn't really want to make, but then you saw the success that you wanted to see, you still got to do the things that you don't necessarily want to do if you still want the success.
Sure.
Down the road.
When do you do that? When do you make your calls? When do you do your prospecting, if you will?
So I do pretty much 9 to 12 every day.
9 to 12, okay.
Religiously.
Sure. Knock it out in the morning,
Yeah,
right?
knock it out in the morning, and I've noticed like my energy levels kind of go down later in the day too.
Yeah.
Just naturally after I ate lunch and stuff.
Sure, you've got
So
that
I'm
big
just
coma.
like I'm just less, motivated to make phone calls afterwards. So if I can get it done.
Yeah, I heard a no. Okay.
Yeah, so that's why I get it done in the morning, and then the rest of my day is usually pretty booked up with appointments and customer service and things like that.
Awesome. Well, Abel, you're doing a great job. I mean, it's evident by your transactions. It's evident by, the people that we talked to that have closed deals with you. And we are just excited to see what the Rookie of the Year does going forward and how your team grows and develops. And I want to say congratulations for all your success.
Thank you.
You've absolutely earned it. It's hard work.
Yeah.
And I'm honored to be in business with you.
Thank you. I couldn't see myself anywhere else, honestly. So I'm glad we had that conversation
Right on.
18 months ago, and I just trusted that what you were saying was true.
Yeah.
Right? That there was just a ton of opportunity, and just to get after it, take advantage of it.
And you've seen it. Have you seen the opportunity?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And everyone, and then it's not just me too, by the way. It's like so many people within the company have helped me get there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's one of the unique things about this company is that we, as one person, I can't do half of a third of everything that needs to be done. And there's an incredible support team around the Market Center. Stacey McKay is the assistant team leader. DC is the Market Center administrator. Janae as our Market Center coordinator. Broker of record, agent services. There's all kinds of support. And Jody Jolly coming on as our PC. There's all kinds of people here to help. I'd be absolutely making stories up if I said this was something that I could have done by myself. There's just no way.
Yeah.
No way one man can do all that needs to be done, and I'm really honored to have a powerful team to help the agents succeed. And again, Abel, thanks for being here today. I know you're busy. I know you're flying out here in a couple of hours, and you got some work to do. So I'm going to let you get to it.
Okay.
Thanks for the time.
Thank you, Jay. I really appreciate it.
You bet.
Stoked for the rest of 2020. It's gonna be awesome.
Right. It's going to be. I'm predicting 2020 to be the best year we've ever had.
Production-wise.
Yep, production-wise. I absolutely predict it. So
Boom.
hold me to that. All right, team. This is Abel working at the San Luis office. If you need to reach him or want to talk to him, reach out to him, take him to coffee, pick his brain. He's doing it right.
Absolutely.
All right. Take care, and we'll see you next week.